How would you describe Greywolf as a golf course?
Challenging on one side, private, calm, and just beautiful.
Okay, one more before this comes. Yeah.
You're gonna learn a lot about golf course, whether it's irrigation, drainage, fertility, anything like that. But you're also gonna, sometimes you'll take a look in the mirror and put you at your wit's end. But after it's all said and done, I think you really appreciate the hard times that come with getting to work and live on a place like this. My name is Harrison Tutt. I'm one of the assistant superintendents here at Greywolf, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta originally. There's not a whole lot of places that have a tougher winter than us up here. So I'd say, if you're planning on being a superintendent in Canada, I'd say this is a pretty decent spot to learn how to deal with winter. As much as people think it's just oh, it snows and then we can all hit the ski hill and get first lift, I'd say there's a lot more that goes into it.
Greywolf can be an extremely humbling place to try and, provide the conditions that we try to provide. I am Evan O'Lawson. I am the superintendent here at Greywolf Golf Course. I've been in this position for the last 10 years.
I've got a ball in my pocket that she's pretty worried about.
I mean, in simple terms, it's a high-end resort mountain golf course, but there's something special about it. It's a mountain course with all the elevation changes that people are looking for, but the way that they made it playable and open and actually quite forgiving to novice golfers, challenging for the low handicaps. It's something special that you don't see in every mountain golf course.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the internship program?
What we try and do is we get an intern in at Greywolf and we try to tailor it to what they want to experience, where they feel that their weaknesses are and what they want to get out of the season. And I think because Greywolf is we're a crew of roughly 18 to 22 full-time seasonal staff, a lot of turnover year to year because we draw from the ski hill mainly for our staffing. So a lot of people on 1 and 2 year work visas from overseas. So we don't have a huge crew of returning staff every year. So we kind of rely on this core group of interns and foremans to create that core group of staff that we have. So we really lean on them a lot. Every intern will have maybe 1 or 2 specific focuses. For instance, Lily this year, her specific focus is irrigation.
I'm Lily. I'm from Germany, Hanover, Germany, and my role at Greywolf is mostly irrigation. I used to work in a way bigger crew, so it's interesting to see how a small crew like this works.
She's been incredible in that role, but now that she's got a really good grasp on that, we tried to get some cross training, and she's done our last few spray applications on fairways and getting in some granular applications on tees and greens and things like that. So, and then that allows us to do some cross training with some other interns to get them into irrigation roles and things like that. Whereas Joe, for example, is focusing his afternoons in the shop and learning kind of the technical side of some of that work.
My name, Joe Robertson. I am from New Zealand, a place called Tapanui, little farm. At the start of the season, we went over some things that I wanted to get done here, and I feel like he's ticked them all off and more.
You know, it's majestic, great views, it's beautiful, really cool place, but there's for sure challenges.
Okay, I'll be there in 20 seconds. My name's Kalen Quinton from Cliffhanger in Saskatchewan, and my role is as a assistant superintendent. Oh, we do.
Why?
I'm an assistant. My name is Kalen Quinton from Swift Current, Saskatchewan, and I'm an assistant in training at Greywolf Golf Course. It's an internship that really allows you to kind of learn everything, but also focus on areas that you might believe you might need to learn that more, compared to just someone where you're going to be, you know, the main guy who's on a hose all the time, or the main guy who they can just trust to cut cups every day. You kind of get a little bit of self-direction within the crew of what you believe you need and what Evan and Adam and Harrison believe you need.
What's your favorite part about working on today?
Curve, it's probably, you know, just the team that you get to work with, and then up to the morning and the instant, it's almost like an instant gratification with a lot of the jobs. You can see your work immediately, and you can see the difference you're making out there on the course, working within that team setting.
Once the crew's out on the course, it's pretty busy, hectic morning. My name's Adam Hodge. I was originally from a small town about 3 hours northwest of Brisbane in Australia called Kingaroy. And then I'm the assistant superintendent here, and I've been in that role for about the last 11-ish years. Once the crew rolls in, it's just trying to get the morning meeting going and give everyone, you know, their direction for the day, what their mowing routes are, any special projects. You know, some days I have specific things that I'm doing, other days I'm just helping the crew kind of get through, and just trying to make sure that every day the golf course is playing and looking as good as it can.
You just wake up every single day and you're just in the mountains. It's nice and quiet, it's calm. The people are all super relaxed.
To have the distinct changes in season where, you know, we go really hard for 6 months of the year in the summer, and then are able to kind of take a step back and have a winter where we can regroup and refocus ourselves for next spring. So, and it's just a fun place to be because everyone here is choosing to be here, and everyone, everyone here is having fun and on vacation, and it's just a fun atmosphere to be around. So we really love it, and yeah, it's a big part of why we're still here.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty lucky here because it's all like travelers. So you got a bunch of young people with the all like-minded. Like, I feel like having a young crew is pretty sweet.
I know, but should I have my mitts on?
No, I think they're sick.
Oh, I might take them off.
Okay, take them off.
Because I know Evan will chirp me for wearing them.
So the biggest thing I took away from the experience was I definitely thought I knew more, and then I definitely learned about 100 times more than I thought I'd learn here. So it's kind of cool. Also learned that I chose the right spot.
So it's hard to define what our internship program is, but we've been really successful in, maybe the first 4 years of the program. Harrison, our new assistant superintendent, is kind of the first graduate, I would say, of the program. Kalen is hot on his heels. He's just accepted a job as an assistant superintendent in Mexico. So that's been really fun and fulfilling to hopefully have played a part in his professional growth. I think that's what people can benefit from being here, is a smaller crew. You're not competing with long-term staff who have been here 10, 15 years, to compete with different technical jobs or things like that. We can get you here in year one and get you exposed to really whatever you want to accomplish that year. So.